Hey folks, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Yeah, it's I know I've been a little lax on these videos, but been awful busy, and it's been raining an awful lot here in Thailand. This is the rainy season after all. But what today's video is going to be about is, man, it's going to be about a little series of videos that's going to take place over the next 5 weeks, and I'm going to call it 5 weeks to Lampang. Now, what is Lampang? Lampang is a city about 100 kilometers south of Chiang Mai, and the dirt bike riders around there are putting on a Thai Enduro. Now, if you've never watched a Thai Enduro on YouTube or actually got lucky enough to compete in one, and it's a combination of enduro cross in a stadium with all these man-made obstacles, and then GNCC racing without the mass starts. They start them off like 1 at a time, 2 at a time, or 4 at a time in intervals of 30 seconds, 45 seconds, a minute, stuff like that. So that spreads them out enough to where everybody has a pretty equal chance. There are bottlenecks when you get to some of these steep mountain climbs, and I'm not afraid of these steep mountain climbs. I've got the bike pretty well set up for that stuff, but I'm hurting on having my suspension dialed in, and I need to practice doing these man-made obstacles. So what I'm doing is I'm building an obstacle course in my orchard over here. Okay, so this is the bike I'm going to be riding. Yes, the Yamaha, not the Honda. And I still have to dial in the rear suspension and the front forks. I think I've got them fairly close now, but with all the rain we've had, folks, I haven't been able to get out and go riding. But I want to show you what I've been working on, and this video is pretty much going to be me completing this obstacle course. And haul ass, it'll probably still be in first gear, and then I've got this cement rock pile here, which isn't done yet. Okay, see these rocks right over here? This is where I've been taking them from, and I've got a couple of nasty old scorpions. There's one right there. Got another one right in there. You see him? Yeah. Oh shit. And another one back there. Hell, I got more than I thought I had. Gotta watch out for these scorpions. But anyhow, those rocks are going on that pile right back here. I'm gonna make another obstacle right here. It's gonna be made out of border blocks. And then I've got, of course, 2 culverts that I've got to set up. That old Fat Eddie's got to be able to get that front tire up off of the ground enough to hit it with some speed to get that back tire to absorb it without kicking me over the handlebars. So that's what I'm doing to the rear suspension, trying to get it softened up enough to where when I come up and hit something like that, it doesn't buck me over the handlebars. Then this is going to be a 90-degree turn, and I'm going to have some cement fence posts. out into half wagon wheel around this corner, because they like to do that stuff with bamboo poles. And I'm telling you, if that bamboo gets wet, oh shit, and there is no going over it smoothly, and I don't want to crash. And if I can ace the obstacle course, I'm not worried about any of these hill climbs, because I ride those mountains up there all the time. And I've got a couple of places that I go out and I'm going to practice and practice and practice, and till I get it to where I can just book down through there. I don't plan on winning this thing. My class is the age 55 and older, and I'm giving away almost 15 years to most of the competitors that I'll be up against. But I've got 4 criteria points I want to do. Number 1, I don't want to tip over, okay? And that means just going somewhere and then lose your footing and tip over. I don't want to do that. 2, I don't want to crash, okay? Because that hurts at my age. That hurts real bad. 3, I don't want to blow any corners, and that means when you come into a corner and it's from a high-speed area and they cut them into these 90-degree turns into trails and stuff like this, I don't want to blow past them, because that usually ends up putting you in a ditch or something like that. So I don't want to do that. And 4, I want to finish this event. So anyhow, folks, stay tuned. This video is going to take off, and it's going to show you what I'm trying to do to set myself up to go to Lampang in 5 weeks. So hey, talk to y'all later. Wow, is that a pretty view or what? Hey, welcome back, folks. Still in preparations for the Lampang Enduro in 5 weeks. So we're almost through with the first week of preparations. I'm working on the my obstacle course, and today I'm prepping my bike for the event. And this is some of the stuff that has to happen. See the turn signals? They got to come off. So I've got the one on the left side off already. I'm going to unplug right here, the one for the right, and then tape it up. Put this away, and put the wires back up in here. Put the headlight back on. Then we're going to take the mirrors off. Then we're going to come back and take the license plate off. I'm going to leave these, because they're aftermarket and fairly cheap turn signals. And if I've got a fast guy coming up behind me, I'll flip on my turn signal which direction I'm going to take, so he doesn't run into me for him passing me. As for the obstacle course, I'm still working on it, and it's going to be good enough to where I need to get this ready to ride and go over these obstacles. In case I fall over, I don't want to break anything. So that's why the mirrors and the turn signals and the license plate is coming off. So anyhow, hey folks, I'm gonna do videos for the next 5 weeks getting ready for this event, and then the event itself, and you're gonna see what I do to get ready for this enduro. And at 69, I need to do some preparation. So anyhow, the bike's got to be perfect, and I've got just the places to go practice riding it. And with this obstacle course, I should be in good shape. Like I said, one of the goals I've got, number 4 goal, is to finish the race. So hey, talk to y'all later. Okay folks, we're making progress. The rains came in again today, and when that happens, it kind of puts a halt to doing work. But I did get some race numbers on the WR, and yes, the mirrors are gone, The front turn signals are gone. I've already had my pull strap on it, but I did build a tow rope, which you may have to use if there's a bottleneck. You get a couple of 3 guys together and they pull each other's bikes up to the top, and then you continue on. May have to do that, you never know. Hopefully I've got an early enough number, and hopefully I don't have any troubles climbing these hills, and I'll finish in decent time. So, but I have been working on my obstacle course, and I'll show you what I've got. I've got first 2 obstacles fairly close to being done. I have another probably 20 or so of these stones that I'm going to put in this pit right here. And yeah, I've already gone over it a couple of times. This one's a little more difficult. I put 3 logs in here, and yes, I can get hung up on this one. So I've got to make sure I get my front end high enough, and this is stuff I've got to work out. And it puts it awful close to where this one's going to be. See this dead spot right here? That's where I'm going to dig it out, put it down in a little bit, so it's not going to be quite that tall. And then of course there's a second one up there. My plans are to come up to this corner and put a wagon wheel of 6 cement fence posts across here, and a wagon wheel design. For some reason they seem to like to do that for their obstacle challenges. So makes it real tough if you can bunny hop that front end over all of the, it's usually logs, but anyhow, if you can bunny hop over the top of the inside one of those and then not lose your rear end trying to go around it, you can make good time. This is going to be my chance to sit back and see what's the best option for me to take, and it more than likely will be the outside line, to where I can bunny hop the front one with my front tire, and then hopefully get my back tire across it with the front end still up, and then pop it up again and do that for the rest of them. But anyhow, today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday, and that 5 weeks to Lampang goes down to 4 weeks to Lampang. I've put out some feelers to the guys in my CT group, see if I could get somebody to go down there with me to basically be my pit crew. And what I really need is not so much a pit crew as I want somebody to be able to drive home if I'm beat, tired, wore out, and somebody that can go from checkpoint to checkpoint on the roads and take pictures and videos. And so far Daniel's volunteered for it. We're going to see if Sean wants to go, and Johnny Mac will be in here in Chiang Mai the 3rd of November. So that's only 8 days before we leave to go to that event. And I'm going to ask him if he wants to tag along too. So anyhow, it should be fun if we get a small group to go up there. It should be fun. So anyhow, tomorrow, if it's not raining, okay, I'm going to take this bike, this one right here, and we're going to go up to the abyss area and the mud bogs areas and work on suspension settings. I've got to get that to where it's not kicking me in the butt. So far, the settings that I put on it seems to work a whole lot better now that I've tried it over here in the little obstacle course. So hey, tomorrow will be it. We're gonna video or edit that video together and get it out as soon as I can, hopefully Sunday, and we're gonna do that every week until I leave for the race. Talk to y'all later. Okay, folks, this is Saturday the 14th, I think, and we're now 4 weeks away from Lampang and the Enduro. So I'm going to take the bike out and go to the Abyss and the mud bogs, and I'm going to try and run some single track trails and then do some mountain hill climbing, rocky hill climbing, and see how it works. And then I'm almost done with the obstacle course, but I've got some things I need to do to it. But anyhow, hang on. When we get up to the trails, I'll turn this back on. Okay, this is the kind of hills that should have down by Lampang. Well, hell, I didn't have the camera going for 3/4 of this loop, and then the third of it coming back. So now I gotta redo it. I'm gonna redo this section going down and then back up. And then redo the part that I got the camera off on. see what I did. Yeah, I rode 3/4 of the way down off of the, around 4/5 of the way down with my camera off, and then came back up about 1/4 of the way and took a rest and noticed my camera was not on. So I've had to ride this whole damn thing twice. And just for shits and giggles, we're going to leave the camera on going back this 3/4 of the way back down, because I got to film the initial hill that we came up. I got to film it going down. So this, to be honest with you, it's not these hills that I don't like on this. There's this side trail. It's only maybe 10 inches wide. And that sucker, if you miss it, you're screwed. That's it, folks.